All right, guys, welcome to CCxRC. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at my Furitek Angry Sparrow, running all kinds of their goodness in here. I want to talk about. So I finally got around to upgrading it. I took it to Axial Fest, had a blast with it on the courses there. But it was literally, I took a brand new AX24, put this chassis on it, and put the electronics in. But it's running stock servos, stock wheels, and tires. It's still running like stock links and different things like that below, but I did add brass steering links to it, and we've added the Honey Badger servos as well as brass wheels here with these. These are the, what are these, Super Swampers by Proline. So these have been added as well, and just to give it a little bit more weight down low. That was the one thing it was kind of really missing, but now it's definitely got some planting down there. And yeah, Python Pro, we're running the Avatar receiver that's tucked in here on the top, and then it's running their new Cedar in-runner motor. They also make a micro Komodo setup that works with these that we sell at CCxRC.com. So if you're interested in those, there's a micro Komodo version you can do for this. But this is an in-runner one, and so far I really like it, and the setup's really good. You can see I have a Nope sticker on there, but that's only because Horizon ran out of the past inspection ones. So it's running, you know, quite a bit of, it's based off of a AX24. So axles were stock back then, servos were, transmission still is, it just has a motor mount added to it. I did go in and put, while I had it apart, I did put metal gears in there that we also sell on the website. But overall, I really like this thing. And we're running it with the Furitek Avatar 4-wheel steer version here of the radio, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on here, get that going, and we'll turn this on. Got a battery plugged into it. So you can see here, you'll hear beep right there. Beep means it's centered. And you can actually adjust the trim on the rear if you need to trim that in. You can do that from the radio. So that's something that was very needed when you wanted to upgrade the stock. But it definitely has slow creeping and crawling capabilities still. They can do with an in-runner, and it's not censored. That's what's really crazy about it. So if there's some kind of magic in there, you can hear it working a little bit, but we've had really great luck and success with this thing and really liking it. So we've got footage from Axial Fest, but I do want to run it like this because it's definitely got better servos. And now with these metal steering links on here that are brass, you don't get that kind of press back. It's everything's much more rigid. Where the stock ones, there's a lot of slop and play. This is much more direct, quick, and when you set your steering, you know where it's going to be because it's not kind of flopping around on you. But these things are super cool looking. It's tough to get everything kind of tucked in there as far as wiring. It's all kind of because it's exposed. I don't even have these stuck in here. I just have press fit them. It's a tight fit between the receiver and the box there. And so it kind of holds it in place that way. And so I've just kind of pushed the stuff in. I do have Velcro in here for this, a little strap to kind of hold it down that it came with. You kind of see it up in here maybe. A little bit of the Velcro there, so I can tighten it down on the battery, because it does seem to slide quite a bit. So I need to go ahead and try and reach in here with some needle nose and tighten that down. I leave it in there and just charge it from in there, and you know, not advised typically, but for this is just easier than once I've got it all set up, I just leave it that way. But if you guys want to see this crawl, we went with the Honey Badgers over the Mighty Eagle because the Mighty Eagle's even longer than this. And so as you can see here how I just kind of used it to mount, I just screwed it in there but left a gap, and so just the tension of it holds it in place. So it should be completely fine. I'm thinking about trying to make maybe a 3D printed piece that would go here and kind of strap over the top and line up there, but we'll see. We'll see. Very cool though. All right, let's do it. All right, we've got some more tension now on that battery strap. Hopefully it'll stay in place. It's going to be a little bit tricky for me to drive and do 4 steer, so we're going to have to do it more like the real trucks do, where it's kind of at a stop and then adjust, and then start up again, and then just keep reworking it. That's kind of what it's looking like we're gonna do. But here, again, we're just trying to test the different things on here. In particular, things like the steering, which is definitely feeling much more responsive. Reset the rear. I really want to turn here. Ooh. Wow, the axle rolled over. That was weird. Huh. That whole axle rolled back. Must have been pretty bound up. So yeah, this servo is willing to fight with the rear end now. Oh, we've got it definitely hung up there. And reset our rear end. All right. More steer. Gonna bring that back end around here. Don't know if we'll bring it around enough, but we're gonna see if we can line this up. Keep driving it through. There we go. I think we're gonna get it. I think we got it. Nice. Let's get rid of some of that steering. Oh, I knocked the front off. Oh, I did it again. Interesting. Oh, we're having all kinds of problems now. All twisted up. I thought I had it. No. I needed two hands driving. Definitely needed two hands driving. So that's one of the things that's going to be tricky. Alright. Try to drive using my side to roll the wheel, the front steering, so I can use my thumb for the rear steer. Alright. So one thing with rear steering is I find myself almost trying to use it too much. And it makes it just trickier to drive when you're not paying attention to the fact that both are affecting things. There we go. Well, we wanted that crab walk there. I think we need to crab it even more this way. The back end to catch both of those. There we go. Straighten it out now. Listen for that beep. We are straight. We filled in the mud pit with some rocks just to make it different. Just change things up a little from what we're used to running. So you do have slow crawl. I feel like it's not quite as slow as with the Micro Komodos and the Outrunners. It's still pretty impressive how slow you can get it to go. I guess you can. There's very minimal right there. But it's not as a smooth, it's not as smooth a transition out of it, at least I feel. And that could just be my settings on my app or my radio too, so. Well, let's turn this, there we go. Straighten the rear end out. And we'll see how bad we unload coming down this. Rear end's unloading. There we go. Try and turn it right back up this and take a harder angle here. Steering only from the rear. Having that proportional steering for the rear steer with this radio is insane. But this motor, I'll tell you what, the Cedar, one of the nice things about it is it made it so I could just stick my electronics right on top of it. Like I said, they're wedged on there, and I don't have to worry about it spinning. So we're not doing damage to other stuff in there with it spinning around. some different angles here. Just watch this thing flex. That's one of the cool things about this truck. Pushing. I'm still thinking about maybe overdriving the front of this. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's a bad idea with 4-steer. But there's certain times I feel like it's pushing. I need to pull. So good though. There's just something fun and different about running 4-steer. I know I don't have to do it as much as I am. I just like to use it. And it can definitely get you into some trouble. There it is. I should say this has also got some wheel speed, so if we needed to get up something a little quickly, it definitely has that too. Whoops, I bumped that. So it's got some speed. Straighten the rear end up and we'll bring it down. Actually, let's see how we side hill. This could be catastrophic here. Oh, we're falling down anyway. Can we find traction? Come on, baby. Hold it up. Oh, that's what I thought was going to happen. Ugh. All right. So I am running some kind of test foams in these, or anti-foams, I guess. So I'm trying to make one more size of insert of the pine trees that will work with stuff that can be used in our class 2 tire sizes, so smaller tire size. And so I have some tests that I'm using in my Patagonias on my identity theft truck, and then they're also in this as well. Let's see articulation here. There we go. There it is. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, baby. That's a great looking shot there. As was that. So we're just trying to take some different lines that we don't normally take. Let's see how it does. See if we can't crawl up and over this here. And then climb up. Yeah, get it. Ooh, I like it. That's different. We haven't done that before, I don't think. Just need to straighten that rear end up. Gotta be careful, I'm gonna drive myself off of this. Too much 4-steer. I'm just gonna bring it along. There we go. And then we'll cut through here, down and around, and then we'll come back up and over. This will not roll. Ooh. Not rolling yet. It is twisted though. Oh, look at that stretch. Look at that stretch. Yeah. So cool. So different. I love it. All right, guys. So we'll end it right there. That's some good running footage of this thing. And very, very impressive chassis. I like the shock angles it's allowed me to give with it. There was one weird spot where this thing was really twisting, like back like that. Like the links were just taking it, and it was weird. So that was interesting. Haven't had it do that before, but I got really bound up and it really just wanted to wrap the axle with the power right back like that. Didn't even take a whole lot. So that was kind of weird. I'll have to look into that, maybe my angles or something. Change it up a bit. But overall, I would say that this motor and this Python Pro system for 4-steer are fantastic. And I should check my servo temps here, see if we're overvolting them. But doesn't feel like it. They feel pretty good. These things take quite a beating. I'll tell you what, I have these Honey Badgers on quite a few trucks. And, you know, price for power, man, they're pretty awesome. So, again, some of the stuff you can get at CCxRC.com. Honey Badgers, you can get the steering links, these brass wheels, tire inserts maybe soon. We're still testing these pine trees out in these. But, yeah, it definitely gives you that little bit of softness in the little firm spot to kind of really just wrap and give you something to grip on and lock in and propel you forward. So definitely been loving them in my scramblers, and so just trying one more size that I can use. Not a one size fits all kind of thing for sure. I'm really building for what I use, and if people run, you know, what I'm saying that they go in, that's all I'm going to make it for, is just a couple things, guys. I really think that Flub RC makes an awesome product, and he makes them for every single tire combo and wheel combo you could think of. Does all the research to get it right, you guys, and has a fantastic product. So I just am working on something for mine and for the actual stuff I use in comps, and that's all I'm building it for. I'm not trying to get it for everybody, but if you use the tires I use and, you know, stuff like that, then it might work for you. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, you got to check these things out for sure. If you're into the 4-steer stuff and you have an AX24, this stuff takes it to the next level. See you guys.